hearing people learn sign language, then they gain the skill of communicating in a different way. Also, a lot of hearing friends that we have who learn sign language are a lot more expressive, and that's a skill that they develop. Also, if the deaf community interacted with the hearing community, then it's more inclusive instead of being separate, because right now it feels like the two worlds are separate.
I Love Coffee is a coffee shop that breaks down barriers between the hearing and the deaf. It's more than a space. It's about mind shift. It's about changing a view about disabilities that is in fact a disability, but more about an opportunity. Uncovering the wonderful world of the deaf culture, who these people are, what can they bring to society, what can they add that the hearing people actually can't do, and helping them achieve their dreams. And that for me is what I want to do with I Love Coffee. I Love Coffee right now is an idea, and I need some help to make it a reality. I have a wonderful team of people around me. I've been learning to sign for the past few weeks, and my South African Sign Language teacher is Christopher, a great guy with a great sense of humor.
When we open the Love Coffee shop, the hearing community must come. They have to learn sign language. It's compulsory.
I've had my logo designed by a very good friend called Howard, who did a magnificent job. Jake is one of the directors of Tribe Coffee, an amazing man who's passionate about coffee, but he's also passionate about the cause.
The way we'd go about training anybody, whether or not their mother tongue is isiXhosa, Zulu, Pedi, Sotho, and they have very little English skills, is the same as if somebody would be deaf. We remove it down to the real simple basics. Flavor, what you smell, what you see, how it interacts in the cup, how we make a cup of coffee, how we steam the milk. And all those things are translatable to anybody. It doesn't matter if you can speak 5 languages, no languages, or if you're deaf.
Mike and I have been friends, and I suggested a coffee shop. He said, I've got the supplier for you.
Coffee is a fantastic starting point, a communication point between people. And there is no reason why a deaf person cannot make a beautiful cup of latte art, flat white or cappuccino. They've got the necessary skills through touch and feel to produce a wonderful cup of coffee.
The way that we live, the culture that we have, is very visual. So it's almost like we're living to our eyes.
I Love Coffee will be opening soon. It's going to be inside a gym called X Body Fitness, which is on Draper Street, which is the back end of the Montclair building. Simon is a good friend of mine, and he owns X Body Fitness. And we bumped into each other one day, and I said, hey Simon, can I open a coffee shop? And he said, sure. I'm working with the National Institute for the Deaf, and they're helping me find baristas. And today I met 3 amazing candidates who I'm definitely employing. 2 of them have some background in hospitality, 1 is a student, and they are fun and exciting and really can't wait to start working. Through the power of Facebook, I was contacted by some UCT students who are deaf and have a story to tell.
Wake up in the morning with a light alarm. We communicate with each other with our hands. And if it's dark, we can't talk to each other. We have to have lights on. Because we have our own culture and our own language, we define deafness as a way of life. So it's not a disability. We don't feel like we're blocked in living. We're only blocked when it comes to the language barrier. It's a huge challenge because the level of expected normal job education, you should have a good marks, high school, they should have a degree or diploma. But how do deaf people achieve this? Because of the level of education, they don't have equal, so then people won't employ them. So it's difficult to get a job. Looking back at my experience, between my deaf friends that do not have the same education level, they work in Pick n Pay or Checkers or Woolworths. When I attend them, they're happy with their employment, but the hearing management or the different people, their attitudes towards communication, they do not quite understand deaf culture and deaf communities.
And Mike joined us a little while ago and had raised the point of this initiative. And we usually vote. And sometimes there's a discussion, sometimes somebody might say something else. In this case, it was a simple yes across the board, a resounding yes. It was an email that went out and a small table talk, and it was just yes. I mean, why wouldn't we?
I have amazing people around me, and we're really ready to rock and roll, but we need some help. And that help is around equipment. We need a fridge, we need some tables and chairs. We need to make I Love Coffee a reality. Turn it from a dream to a place where people are employed and are happy and interacting with the hearing community. We'd love you to come in, we'd love you to have a great cup of coffee, and we'd love you to walk out knowing a little bit about sign language. And one of the easiest things we could teach you is to say, I love you. That's the letter I, that's the letter L, and that's the letter Y. When you put them together, it's I love you, and I'd love you to come in